Share that with you, but Jeff has gotten involved in a small group that meets together on Wednesday mornings, and it's a leadership group. A group he was invited to be a part of to talk about leadership principles. And why don't you just tell us how that came about?
Somebody at the gym kept approaching me about getting involved with the group, and I remember like 6 months before he had said something about this group. Okay, sure. Some of the things going on in my life, and I was like, whatever. He came back and kept talking to me about stuff or whatever, and he had another group that he was forming, and asked again, "You want to be part of this group?" It's like, this is going to be some sort of Amway presentation, isn't it? I'm like, all right, sure, I'll give it a shot. I was looking for something that could help me grow as a person, whatever. It sounded like that could be something like that, but I wasn't sure.
So when you got there, what was your experience? I mean, it's a little awkward. You walk into this room full of guys that you don't know, and how did you feel, and what took place over the course of the next 4 weeks? I think it was a 4-week commitment that you were asked to make. How did that all flow?
It was surprisingly well. I get in there and you start talking to everybody, and everything was a presenter basically going through some of the stuff. It was not really a presenter, it was just going through this information about how you could grow as a person. And I'd walk out of that first day, I was going like, that was good. I'm ready to do that again. From going from, this is going to be an Amway presentation, to, all right, I feel better as a person.
And to Joe's comment, I mean, did they ask you for money? Did they ask you to sign anything on the dotted line? Was anything like that?
Not at all. Like, still leaving that day, I was like, all right, come back next Wednesday, but what's the catch? Yeah, there's something going on here. It's like, who knows?
And now you've been doing it for several months, and what have you gotten out of the whole experience?
Every single week that I walk out of there, we have a discussion, and it allows you to explore things that I don't have time for in my daily life. And trying to raise 2 kids, trying to form a new life, all these type of things that are going on in my life. I'm too busy lots of times to sit down and think about how I should be as a guy, as just a person, a better person in the world.
So basically, it's challenged you and sharpened you to become the best that you can be. And faith is a part of that conversation as well, right? So if there's somebody in here that's maybe considering the possibility of getting involved in one of these leadership groups, but they're hesitant, what would you say to them?
Give it a shot. There's so many things that I feel like I'd be able to face going forward. I mean, I've had things in my life where people talk about stresses and stuff like that, and I had hit pretty much all of them where I got divorced, lost my job, had 2 dogs that died suddenly, I had to put one of them down, lost my dad, and I almost died. I had a pulmonary embolism, which doctors are telling me is 50% mortality rate. Like, treading water, getting through life and doing things. I first turned to working out in the gym and stuff like that, but that only filled some of it. So I knew that getting my body together or right was one portion of it, but you're still missing something, whatever. In these groups, it just helps me feel part of something that's missing.
And building some deep, hopefully long-lasting relationship at the same time, right? Great. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you sharing.